or don't know. All right. Well. All right. So. situation here, episodes, and we're going to start from the beginning. So, I'm going to start by making someone. She's not going to play it. Which means I don't have to play Minecraft.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Which means I don't have to play Minecraft.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You better find another game.
No, if you ain't playing this, then
I told you I would.
now look. You see a square, right? Square is randomized character. Now, when you press triangle, toggle body type, it goes to a girl, and you can change over to a dude. All right. So I'm gonna go with this guy here because it's basically what you're doing is you randomize the. Oh my God. I need some new headphones. Where's yours at? Anyway, so what you do is this. Okay. You hold square randomize the character. But what you're really looking for in that situation is the facial features. Because what happens with that is let me put these on. Because what happens with that is you're choosing the actual, like, what type of body type and facial feature type situation you want, and then you go in. Now you got appearances. Now it goes to the head situation. Boom. So you can go through all of these. You see which one you want. You know what I mean? Come in whites and all of that. And I got enough. I got two black guys, two of the homies on there, as it already is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I don't like these. All right, there we go. All right, so I think I'm going to go with this one. He's going to join the squad. Now, as far as facial features and so forth, you go from here and you can be able to change whatever you need. So, I want him to be a mean motherfucker. Alright, so we're going to keep all of that. Eye line, I could drop that eye line a little bit. Alright, spacing, don't want to space the eyes really too much. Yeah, that will work because white people have big noses too. Don't lie to yourself. All right. I hate the way the ears are, so I pull those down. I think the ear protrusion is ridiculous on here. All right. There's another thing. Keep that black. Eyes. Suquichuocha. Black devil, black devil. All right, so now just look for whatever you want. Do whatever you want on the guy. Just put it together. Now, to be honest, I'm about to change them up quite a bit, but we're gonna go with this skin tone. Yeah, we're gonna bring it down, and this hat situation, take that off. He already have that, but he don't have much of anything on the arms, so let's go with that. And as far as his clothes, I don't know why they do this weird clothes thing, but here's some good news. If you want all of them for different reasons, so this is the guy that I'm gonna use on this. Once you're finished and you feel as though you like, oh wait a minute, hold up, fuck that, nope, not yet. Gotta change these goddamn these sneakers. Yeah, to the fake Tims, and we off. Now, while you're out here, you look around. Of course, you see them right here. They're waving for you to come through. I don't know why the fuck I came through this little shit right here. You know what I mean? But, hands off the merchandise or whatever. Nobody's gonna listen to that shit right now. Now, from what I gather from playing both, is that these guys have not been to New York. They wasn't part of the New York situation at all. They wasn't part of the New York situation at all. Like, these are the division agents that was in DC. Every state has their own agents, and they only get called if that state goes through a state of emergency. What the fuck is that? Alright, so here we go. Look around, like, look at, like, motherfuckers is trashed everywhere.
Hey, follow me. I need backup. Jump over. There you are.
Hostile threat detected. Take cover.
For me, because I'm a badass, of course I'm going to use the handgun on the way down. But I played it, so it's totally different when it comes to me. Ah. Nigga, yo, that's another problem I'm having too. Alright, let's get him up. What are you doing? Why am I disoriented?
See to those barricades, and have someone radio the patrols to be on the lookout for stragglers. Some of those bastards got away. I didn't expect them to attack so soon. You okay? If this keeps up, we're gonna have to relocate. Come on, help me with this. We're stretched too thin to protect everyone here. Not again.
Get to the waterfront!
That can't be right.
Setting up to get this shit right with these motherfuckers and make sure they don't come on, but stronger.
This is a distress code. The coordinates for Washington, D.C. How is this possible? Get down! Everybody! or it's all over. You go! I'll do what I can here. Go!
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived. When communications broke down, the trains stopped and the internet went dark, we survived.
But when the pharmacies were looted and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
Some survived.
Hell yeah.
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found ways to go on. And now, for the first time in centuries, what we want is also truly what we need. In the face of disaster, we helped each other.
We built new communities in the ruins of the old. We adapted. We survived. Established a new normal.
I don't know why they make the now like yo when they do that every time I see that I think like yo I don't want to eat corn anymore. Yo, the way they make it look.
They've made our world bleed. But we don't stand alone.
And if you really want to like get into the lore of this game, read the fucking book. There's a few books on the Division that's out there.
But if that light goes out,
that are really fucking good actually. Yo, I read 2 of them.
Who can save us then?
I read the first one because when I played the first one, I was like bugged on it. Like it was like what the fuck. Even though let's be honest, like Ubisoft sucks when it comes to story-based game, like game-wise, like they suck. The animations is barely a fucking story there. It's like as if though like you're supposed to be like you're supposed to have done like on some like you know those motherfuckers who sit there and be like, you know who Captain America is? And you be like, yeah, I heard of him. Oh, you don't know. You should know. Like those motherfuckers, like, that's kind of how the game made you feel because you don't really have much going, you don't really have much that you can go off of unless you read the book. You read the books and then you start to realize how deep this shit actually really is. So when you go into the game, you have more of an understanding of what the fuck is really going on and what the fuck you're really playing. You're playing a situation that is literally fucking real. But as far as how things would go is it's just their way of like what they think like through a lot of research from Harvard and places like that, like because if you ever read the book Behold the Pale White Horse, you would know that there were certain elitists who used Harvard to literally study people and how people react to certain things. That's how they're able to continuously do certain shit in a certain way by just giving it to us in increments. In small increments, because they realized that the human would reject shit if you just threw something on them. Like a big ass situation on them, they'll reject it and they'll fight against it. But if they were to just give you small little increments of it and let it just play out, you accept it because it's just a small little thing. Like, I mean, the rise in gas payments or taxes or whatever the case is, you'll just be like, all right, you know what, fuck it, okay, and you'll just keep on going about your daily thing. So they learned a lot about how the human reaction to situations would be through that. And this is basically what they think that we would do. Instead of sticking together, we'll all just fall apart and fight for our own life and not give a fuck about anybody else type thing. And the world will come to be this if we were to get to this point. And as always, there's some of us who was reading on this shit, was in certain things and knew certain things about these type of things. And so when it happened, we basically was the ones who stayed together and tried to keep those and bring those in who was like of us, and agents and things like that was willing to help out. We brought them all together and try to create a new humanity because shit went left. And that's where we come in. We are agents that basically, your whole life you are trained to be this elite fucking killer your whole life, but you can't tell nobody about it. You can't say that you are who you are. You can't do anything. Why? Because you're not supposed to. 1, 2 is, who the fuck knows when that day is going to come when you actually get called out. You're not part of the Army, you're not part of the Navy, you're not part of the Marines, you're not part of any of them. You are a whole nother level of motherfucker, to where as though, like, you, even the worst situations across seas and so forth, they got them to do, and you don't do anything. You live your life. It isn't until America itself goes under that you wound up being called. And now, like, you've been living your life, your whole life, just as a regular person. And wife, kids, all that shit, everything is, but now this shit happens. Which is something that nobody thought that would happen. It's like the last leg type thing. Like, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? About whether or not somebody catches a fucking flu or anything like that. No, like, nobody cares about no shit like that. So we're not worried about no shit like that. Honestly, in your mind, you thinking like you'll never get called up because ain't nobody gonna fuck with here like that. That's the complacent part in your brain. But when it happens, and it happens the way it happened, here you are. So you go through it. You're in this place where you was just walking your kids through this park like a month ago or a couple weeks ago. You was walking your kids through this park or coming to this park to go and jog, and now there's a fucking helicopter, a cargo helicopter at that, in the middle of the fucking park. Crashed right in front of the White House. So while everyone is in New York trying to get New York together, This is the story of the motherfuckers. Now, because mind you, there's certain places in America that any and every fucking Taliban, whatever you want to call them, any fucking enemy wants to attack. Because if you cut off the head, you kill the body. Where's the head? The White House. But New York and New Jersey is definitely two of the places that you will want to go ahead and destroy. Why? Because the Prudential Building is in Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey, and the towers in New York, and things like that. Like, you want to take those out. You want to take out the White House. Like, those three alone is what you want to do. You want to fuck up as much data, as much information, as much shit that you can, to where as though they can't be able to do anything. You want to cripple your opponent, and that's what they are doing. They're trying to cripple their opponents and try to take away their technology, basically, the real technology, not the bullshit 3G, 4G bullshit that you got on your phone. No, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a 5G, 6G, 7G. I think it's like a 10G probably that we have no access to. And the reason why they don't want it to go up to 5G or something like that is because of the fact that it'd be easier for and I'm not talking about the game, I'm talking about in real life. The reason why they don't want it to go up to 5G and shit like that is because of the fact that if they do that, then the enemy of the state can be able to hack into anything at that point. They actually have 5G. They actually have 6G. They actually have that shit. We are the only country that sits at a certain spot when it comes to that G shit, for a reason though. I miss home. I miss home. Only reason why I miss home is because, like, when I play this, I think about home. I think about home and, like, what the fuck would happen if my home would have gotten to that situation. But I miss home because I don't fit anywhere else. My mentality, the way I am, the way I don't fit anywhere else. You come to, like, places like this city that I'm in, like, they're so lost, like, literally lost. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, literally don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They never been anywhere. They never do anything, or never did anything, and they think that they're the shit. But from an outsider looking in, that's been around, been here, been there, been there, been there, been here, been there, you just see this weird old world here, yo. Like, whereas though, like they really think they the shit. And they know what's going on. They think they know what's going on. They think they the shit. It's just a weird place, man. And there's nothing you could do about it. So, for a place like this would be exactly what it would be. Because they don't have anything. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. They're just a bunch of dumb motherfuckers in this little ass city thinking that they're the shit and really don't do anything or don't know anything. And the more you try to tell them, the more they refuse you because they don't know outside of the box. They don't. So you become the weirdo because you know more than them. Because you've been and they haven't. So they normal is your not norm. But they okay with being this weirdo norm. This city is fucking weirdo world. It's like Twilight Zone. So this is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of what would happen if a place like this had this situation. Jersey would that they put in the first one, I'm guaranteed it wouldn't be like that. Because of the way that we run, the way that we are, and the shit that we know, and we go places, we do things, we around, like we don't people, you know, we have to be somewhere. This place is not like that. This place will fold. This place is full of fake motherfuckers. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. And coming from and any of my family that comes out here, when they do come out here, when they did come out here, especially when they came out here for, like, they all say the same thing. They're like, yo, what the fuck is that place? Y'all have no idea what the fuck y'all are even talking about. Y'all just weird. It's an understandable thing. So I get it. I'm just not with it. And I think that that's exactly what this is going to be. This is going to be a weird situation for people when this actually happens. Because it's going to happen. Whether you know it or not, it's going to happen. It's a biochemical warfare that they're doing, really, like literally. They started with AIDS. The AIDS thing didn't work like they thought it was, and it fucked around and got to their community. So they're trying to cut that out to where as though that's not the situation, and it just kills those who are right there in that situation, like right there. Like they want to be able to kill you then, and that's it. So they're trying to find something that does that. Because the next war that happens is going to be a war, the atomic bomb and all of that bullshit, that shit is over. That happened, yeah. but it was something that everyone was able to see. This is when visuals became a thing. And when visual became a thing, you was able to see what that atomic bomb did. It was physical. It was fucking physical to see that. So, yeah, we stopped that, and we try to stop everybody else from having those type of situations or those type of weapons. If there's one weapon that they've been looking to do and looking to fucking have in their possession for the longest: airborne, chemical warfare. Which is something that is real. So through air or through money, you'll find a way to kill as many people as possible, making that state, that country, weaker. So when you come in, you're able to take over, because they don't have as many people as they should, because they're all dead or they're all sick. Makes it an easier fight, and less money as well too when it comes to investment, as far as military and so forth and so on. You ain't got to worry about none of that shit at that point. I try to tell you, yo, this is way deeper than what you think, yo. Like, this game is way fucking deeper than what you think.
Agent, if you can hear us on this frequency, keep pushing forward and blindside these bastards.
But you have to have read a lot of shit, know certain things, been part of certain things, seen certain shit in order for you to understand what this fucking game. What the fucking happened and what is actually happening as we speak. You have the coronavirus. Don't know why they call it the corona virus when the corona is a goddamn beer, but okay. You got the coronavirus. You had SARS. You had fucking a bunch of shit that they tried to pull off to see if it'll work, and it didn't work, and so forth and so on. Everyone is trying to make those situations happen as far as biochemical warfare, and it's failing at every point because of the fact that it's not being tested right. Because if any of it reaches here, man, oh man. And I think, if you really think about it, I think they're doing exactly what I said earlier. They're pushing the envelope a little bit here and there because we are getting desensitized. We already are desensitized when it comes to murder. Like, rest in peace Pop Smoke, and motherfuckers like that and so forth, but we are being desensitized as much as possible to death and to shit like that, because it's about to happen. And as long as we are getting comfortable in those places, the way as though, like, even a death is like, alright, okay, niggas die every day, B. When it happens, we want to look like Oh well. And not even realize how this shit is going to really affect everything to the last minute. And then the last minute, we're going to realize that, yo, we got to do something. Y'all really don't understand how real this shit is. I really don't want to play the game. I'd rather talk to y'all about the real shit that's around the game. We're about to make our way towards the White House. Now, until you get to the White House, you're gonna definitely be in the bullshit spot. Cause these motherfuckers here, they everywhere. And with the new change of AI, they already was moving in a certain way. That was definitely different than the first one. But now they are in this other place. Like the way they surround you is different. I am not about to lose. I'm not even putting no shield on. Fuck that. I'm better than this. I'm better than them. With a pedal. With the pedal. Look at that. With the pedal. I'm getting in that White House, boy. With the pedal. I'm getting in that White House. You're not stopping me from that. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. And with the pedal. And with the pedal. You feel me? With the pedal. Not playing with them, yo. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. There's some more motherfuckers out here too. With the pedal. Stop playing with me, bruh. With the pedal. With the pedal. Call me Joe Pedal, nigga. Look, and they gonna take the fire out. And you look at that White House. That White House turning black. Oh, Obama was there. I know a lot of y'all have a problem with the fact that Obama was in office. I'll tell you what. How about this? Whether he was good or bad to you, that's when a black motherfucker becomes this type thing. I just thought she'd see that. And the day he got elected, the day he won, I cried. I cried because my grandmother got a chance to see it. She got the chance to see change. What he did that you didn't like, what he did that you liked, didn't matter after that. My grandmother got a chance to see something that she thought that she never would see in her lifetime. And it also proved to my grandmother that everything that I was saying to her since I was 16 was true. But I wasn't no regular 16-year-old kid. I got shit from my family, like messages from my family, like members that will tell you, like, I wasn't no regular kid. I never was no regular kid. I was just a smart kid and like literally like had, I don't know, I was just born to be this certain way thing. Like a superhero in a way. And I was happy to see that she was able to see that. You got to remember, right now, even right now at this time, we're not too far from slavery. We're still not that far away detached from slavery. Right now, we still are not that far detached. So, that I'm here, which means that those that was before me that was here and that are still here was one generation away from slavery still, basically. Like the whole slavery mentality, basically, still. Like, it's not that far off. My grandmother came from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Alabama. When I moved to North Carolina, and was down there, right around the corner from where the fuck we was living at, there's a cotton field there. And every time I drove past that fucking cotton field, I thought of every fucking body that could have been there. And I thought about how a person like me could have been there and the shit that I would have done to not be there. Fighting to not be there. And if you know how cotton fields are, you will know how small, how short they are compared to you, and how easy it is to see you in the field and what you're doing in the field. I would have been fucking crazy, man. I wasn't gonna be in there, and I wouldn't have been in there. And so this is a lot of shit, man. Like this game brings out a lot of shit. But see, this happens, and you, like, even with 9/11, when 9/11 happened, all of a sudden, that was the first time ever that I know of. That was the first time ever that we all became Americans. There wasn't no black, white, Chinese thing. No, like, there wasn't no negative anything. There was literally everybody was one. You know what I mean? It's the only time that ever happened. And this would be another time where that would happen. But everybody have to put they bullshit aside. You have to. Your hate for the box skin complexion is gonna have to go to the side. Because we gotta go through this. We really have to go through this.
Hey, thanks for the help out there. You should check in with Manny, our coordinator. Upstairs in the room.
Alright, so we done made it to the White House, and I'm gonna talk y'all brains out. So be ready for the next one. Be ready for the next one. It's coming right after this.